Apparently this is another strictly average battle report. It has come to my attention that critics have argued that our unpainted terrain takes away from our game, and I'd like to say that, fuck you. Now, there's another thing. There's apparently some warmonger or mangina. What's his name?
That would be the war boss style.
Ah, the war boss. Yes, the war boss. Fuck you too. Who cares?
Why is this video going in and out? This must be my tears. Like, it's going blurry and then
Is it?
Yeah.
Your tears.
Yeah, well, they're tears of joy and satisfaction at hearing the war boss so denigrated. Yeah, here it goes again. Here's blurry.
I don't understand where the animosity comes from.
I don't know that he's completely a tool anymore.
Okay.
I just don't think he likes me. Man, there
Does
it
he
goes.
make you?
No.
Has he ever been embraced by you?
No.
Well, I just have to say, War Boss, it is good that Jesus loves you, because the rest of us don't. Alrighty, let's get to killing.
I'm waiting for it to go. All right, we're in focus again. Now we're out.
Go.
All right. Sorry, I'm like in a state of shock. We were talking about Buck Angel, who evidently is like this really ripped dude with the JJ. So the question that they had was completely inappropriate for this video. All right, we're doing
Man with the JJ is appropriate.
table, please, sir. We are doing this is again team tournament practice for the Comic-Con or Comic Asylum team tournament, which is this Saturday. Same armies. This is me and Big Whit, everybody's brother from another mother, versus the Professor and Mighty Carlos. There's Big Whit. You probably moved the camera too fast. People will throw up.
And my earlier comments may have offended the genteel listener. Please know that when I made my hostile comment, I spelled that with a P-H-U-K, so it's totally kosher.
Okay, so P-H-U-K-U is evidently kosher. I think we can turn this off now. Okay, if I didn't mention it, we're doing Dawn of War, one objective each, capture and control. They chose to reserve a big chunk of their army, and then Mighty Carlos is deep striking with the Descent of Angels, his models. So at the bottom of one, I dropped 2 Fiends and a Plague Bearer. It was my preferred drop. I didn't stack it this time because I felt like there was a good chance I wouldn't get all 3 Fiends again, so I just would rather at least play a little bit more conservatively. And the Blood Angels, we already know. Children, do you want to share, or are you just going to snicker?
No, I'm just telling him to stop fingering my models.
I have nothing to say after that. Okay, it was top of 2, and only 1 unit came in, and it was one of the ones that was in reserve, so it moved on. You said you had a comment to make that I didn't let you make at the bottom of 1. Would you?
There's an anger deep in my heart. Brent rolls a 1 for his run and a 1 for his run, getting them out of the way so he can once again make all of his 5-6 saves. And you know how this man rolls. So I predict at the end of the game, those 2 units will be unfazed because he got his ones out of the way. These yahoos cannot hit nor wound, so Space Marine Scouts, they suck. Otherwise, we are deadly force of Blood Angel goodness.
That's what you had to say?
And War Boss makes the baby Jesus cry.
Alright, we're moving on to bottom 2. Okay, bottom of 2. I didn't get any reserves in. Plague Marine unit moves up. I surround them because Descent of Angels. Yeah, we're trying to protect from Inferno pistols. 1 Obliterator comes in, drops a fairly useless plasma cannon. Fiends moved up and ate the Scouts. Top of 3. Okay, top of 3. They moved out. Professor used his unit with the Sanguinary Priest to jump in. They took pretty heavy casualties, but destroyed 1 unit of Fiends. In return, I did put away the Sanguinary Priest, which will make them a little bit less survivable. Over here, Descent of Angels and 1 less Obliterator in the world. We'll see what we can do about them in a moment. Do you have something to say?
War Boss and I went out to lunch. And War Boss looked at me with a twinkle in his eye and said, Professor, I've known you for a long time. What would you say if I said, 5 years ago while you were at a conference, Shaping Young Minds, I slept with your wife and you've been raising my child for 5 years? And I looked at him with a smirk and said, that would make us even.
Okay, bottom of 3, not so great for the home team. We thought we had our plan. We jumped over here, I threw breath, bunch of warp fire shots, took a wound. Rhino, some melt-a-gun fire, some combi melt-a-fire, some bolter fire, nothing. Over here, plasma cannon, Blood Angels shrug it off, even without the benefit of their bitchy priest.
I killed 2 right here while you're busy.
Okay, he killed 2.
By accident.
He passed his command.
Over here, we really weren't that aggressive with the Fiends. We're setting up for a late turn run. We're trying to play the objective. We'll see what happens. What's bothering us, of course, is that they're using Descent of Angels in a cunning fashion to stay out of combat. So they still have lots of stuff in reserve over there. So as soon as we know where stuff's actually going to land, maybe we can start targeting stuff. Anyway, we're going into top of 4. Game's half over. Okay, top of 4 is just come and gone. Mighty Carlos is repositioning. Things did not go well for the home team. That is us, because, you know, it's my freaking video. It's my video! Alright, over here, we really didn't do enough to this little combat squad of Blood Angels. They came over, immobilized with shooting the Rhino, but didn't manage to do anything in close combat. The other unit came over, beat up horrors in a feat of good luck. Wait
a minute. This is who Brent is. Brent made 24 saves, 5 or 6. We only rolled 10 dice. That's how it works with Brent.
Yes.
His guy takes 1 wound.
I take 1 wound, combat is stuck. The only good thing that happened was there was a mishap. That unit of Blood Angels in the corner is in the corner. Can't put baby in the corner. Bottom of 4, and our Demon Prince is finally coming in. So, you have something else to say?
Warboss's mother, when asked in an interview about her son, said the only time I carried his picture was at an abortion rally with the words, "Why didn't I?" underneath.
Okay, I've lost track of what we're doing now. Bottom of 4 is come and gone, and it's become a game. Obviously, it's a much closer game. Over here in the left-hand corner...
12. Okay.
Okay, you want to...
I'll just measure.
Okay, I'll start the video over. Okay. Okay, bottom of 4, and it's become a game. Over here in this left-hand corner, Big Whit had a pretty fantastic idea. It's worked out, so that makes it fantastic. Demon Prince came on, hops over, gets his Plague Marines out of the Rhino. Demon Prince pulls the 5 dudes here away, shoots at them, ultimately charges them, destroys them. The Plague Marines end up jumping into this combat over here, helping out. They tried to take out the Sanguinary Priest. It didn't happen. 1 feel no pain save away from assassinating that lone dude. Ultimately, the Plague Marines died, except for 1 man, which is holding up this entire squad. So, as the game has 2 turns left, it's vitally important that that happened for us. That's a really good show there. Over here, the Fiends jumped over, killed that 3-man unit. The Professor has got his Librarian, Sanguinary Priest, and 10-strong Assault Squad that's going to be jumping on. So, you know, he's already measured out his little 12 inches. He's very proud of himself. Over here, I kept 1 unit of Fiends back to assist with holding on to the objective, and we're going into top of 5. Top of turn 5 was really nice for me and Big Whit. Obviously, he killed that last Plague Marine there. Now, that big unit's eyeing the big no man's land there before we can get to that objective that my Fiends are defending. Over here, in an all-important 1/4 of an inch. Literally, he was a 1/4 of an inch away from charging the Fiends. He took a couple of minor pop shots because obviously he didn't want me to remove any Fiends. You want to put your template out there to show them how close it was? Yeah, it was 1/4 of an inch, you know. That's after some models have been moved a little bit. It was a little bit closer than that, but it is what it is, and we're going into bottom of 5. Any comments there?
Yo, Warboss?
You're done.
Warboss? Yo, mama's so fat, she accidentally set it on your iPod, it came out an iPad.
That's a bad one. Good old Whit's temper is getting the best of him. He just hates the fact that this is taking forever. App didn't make a difference. Alright, here we are, bottom of 5. We have talked about it. It is what it is. Over here, I didn't manage to kill him. It's a push, 5/5. He has the preferred enemy psychic ability, which really came in handy defending against the fiends. So, all right, Professor, since you've been talking, you get to make the roll to see if the game goes on.
I will. First off, War Boss, never met you, don't know you. I'm not even a member of the site. That's the funny thing. So, but your posts are so infamous that every time I'm at the game store, I get to hear about them. So I hope you've had fun with me teasing you. You can write all you want about me, but I'm not a member of the site. I don't even go check it. So okay. The other thing is I think how many of you have seen Willy Wonka? I think I have the $1 million die. You see, Games Workshop puts out these little buggers with molds, and if you notice, there's 4s on tops and all the 6s go sideways. This has a 4 on the top and a 6 goes up and down. How does that happen?
We get his obsessive compulsiveness on camera.
So I think this die is worth like $1 million, and if anyone wants to PayPal me, I'll even take payments.
I'd like to keep this video below 10 minutes.
What the hell?
Can you roll your $1 million die and see if the game goes on?
Yep.
All right. Bottom of 6. Mighty Carlos turned to the left. Basically, they decided they're going for the draw, try to pull the Plague Marines off of the objective. It was a smart move. There was no way they were getting past the no man's land over to our objective. He shoots at the vehicle with melt-a-gun fire, then charges the vehicle, sweeps the Demon Prince up with a multi-charge. The Demon Prince lived. They ended up consolidating. Over here, it was another pushed combat. He killed 1 fiend, I killed 2 dudes, and then I used hit and run to get out of combat. There were 2 guys left. When I lost one, I pulled this model here to draw everybody in with a consolidate, and then left, pulling them off of the objective.
We call that strategery.
Strategery. Now it's going into bottom of 6. Really, Bruce and I have got
Wait. There is one less obliterator in the world.
Oh yes, let's not forget the fact that Mighty Carlos's little combat squad have killed that obliterator. And do we care about that at all? A little bit. All right, let's see what happens. Is it on? Okay, just for, we're throwing this on video because in my last video battle report, I rolled a bunch of 6s and then whiffed on the wounds. So you just saw I rolled 4 6s. Freaking unbelievable.
Come on, War Boss me. War Boss me, big guy.
Oh, thank you.
That's dead.
He's dead. So, so I just won that combat with the Fiend, and the Fiend used his 5-inch sweeping advantage to get up there and also consolidate. If the game goes on, he's got to try to get rid of the Rhino, the squad, and the Fiend. Otherwise, we're contesting.
Rhinos contest?
Sure. All we're worried about is contesting because we own this one.
We already got this.
All right, so Carlos, if you will please make the magic roll. The game goes on, doesn't it? Yeah, so one more turn, turn 7.
Game. The scouts now in 3 games have done nothing. So we're going to drop the scouts. We're going to put a second sanguinary priest in my other unit, giving them the fearless charge and what is it?
Feel no pain.
Feel no pain. I'm going to give him a lightning claw so that when the librarian rolls preferred enemy, he can reroll to hits, and he gets rerolled wounds.
That makes a lot of sense.
And I think that actually will give this army a lot more punch.
Yeah.
And what really worked for us is we came in our column, so we kept backing ourselves up, versus the last game when we spread out and just got rolled.
Yeah. This game really, the turning point was turn 5, was it?
That failed charge.
That failed charge, yeah.
But this was a fun game.
Okay, Bruce. You got anything to say? Okay, bye.
No.
No.
I got nothing for you, fool.